Max Nattapol rose to stardom through popular boys' love dramas like Manner of Death and Together With Me. However, his journey has been fraught with challenges. He has battled COVID-19, depression, failed relationships, lost loved ones, and faced a cancer scare. Max's life took a turn for the worse during the COVID pandemic. Around the end of 2022, before I was ordained, my life went downhill. It was surprising how everything happened at once. First, he contracted COVID and missed out on a movie project he was excited about. I love acting in films, and this one had a foreign cast with a Korean actor I admire. The casting was already done, but I couldn't go because of COVID. I felt so regretful. Just 2 days later, his grandmother passed away. That was a huge blow to me because we were very close. Max's troubles seemed to multiply quickly. Then, 2 days after my grandmother's death, the worst thing happened. I was cheated out of a huge amount of money by business partners. They took over 10 million baht, which was everything I had earned from acting and investments. My life felt completely shattered. It was like everything I had worked for was gone in an instant. Despite everything, Max never considered suicide. That thought never crossed my mind. I always try to find a way to move forward. But it hasn't been easy. After losing so much money, I felt like I had to start from scratch. It was heartbreaking to see all my hard-earned money disappear. I trusted those partners, and they betrayed me in the worst way possible. This betrayal was a harsh lesson about the cruelty of some people. It was a wake-up call. Meanwhile, his health was deteriorating, with severe pain compounded by the stress of his financial and personal losses. There were days when I didn't know how I was going to get through it. Even with the physical pain, the emotional toll was even harder to bear. I kept pushing forward, trying to stay positive and focus on my recovery. I've learned a lot from these experiences. It's taught me about resilience and the importance of staying hopeful even when things seem impossible. Max's struggles were so severe that he eventually saw a doctor who diagnosed him with depression. When I went to see the doctor, they diagnosed me with depression. But I chose not to take the medication. I believed that everything would eventually pass on its own. Taking medication felt like admitting I truly had depression. The thought of a 6-month treatment was overwhelming. Instead of medication, Max decided to become ordained, something he had always wanted to do for his parents. I hoped it would free me from the struggles I was facing. Max struggled with his problems in silence, especially within the entertainment industry. I didn't dare talk to anyone about my problems. I couldn't bring myself to admit that I had been scammed. I felt so stupid and couldn't sleep, constantly blaming myself for being so naive. He did confide in Tull, who has been a true friend and showed genuine concern. Tull knows what I've been through and has supported me at every step. He was there when I had no money at all. Max also mentioned how he had been helped by friends around the world. Even when I traveled to foreign countries, people helped me because they knew I was the type of person who, when I have, I give. For example, during a trip to Korea, friends offered him a place to stay because he had taken care of them before. Despite my hardships, I continued to give what I had to others. People offered me places to stay so I wouldn't be stressed and could relax. When it seemed like Max's troubles were finally easing, another problem arose. I was waiting for my hair to grow back so I could return to work, Max shared. Eventually, I started getting work again. One day, while eating barbecue pork and parked on the side of the road, a motorcycle driver dozed off and crashed into my car. My car's lights were shattered, and my insurance had expired that very day. It cost me around 400,000 baht to repair. He felt defeated, as if every step forward was met with a new obstacle. 3 months later, another accident occurred. I wasn't drunk or reckless, but my car was hit again. This time, I ended up in the hospital, and the repair costs were around 700,000 to 800,000 baht. The car had been a gift from his dad when he entered Chulalongkorn University, so Max couldn't bring himself to sell it despite the financial burden. My life seemed to be in a constant downward spiral, he said. Each setback was more disheartening than the last. My ordination was a way to seek that peace and to honor my parents, but it also became a means of escaping the relentless pressures of my life. Just a year ago, Max faced serious health issues due to stress affecting his stomach. He experienced intense chest pain and was rushed to the hospital, where tests revealed 3 tumors in his intestine, a hole in his esophagus, and gastritis. I didn't realize how bad it was until I was physically unable to move, Max said. Initially, he was fed through a gastric tube, which didn't help his stomach heal properly. He had to use anesthetics to swallow food, which was both confusing and distressing. Surgery was needed to remove a tumor that had the potential to be malignant, but fortunately, it wasn't cancerous. The tumor was removed, but it needs to be monitored closely, Max explained. He noted that there's a family history of cancer, so there's a chance it could become cancerous in the future. At a fan meeting, Max shared his progress. "I'm feeling better. I've been able to eat soft foods like congee and rice porridge without the need for anesthetics for the past 2 to 3 days. He also talked about his brother, Paul, who was struggling with kidney failure. My brother has also been having a rough time. We've both been through a lot, so we've been focusing on making merits to find some solace. You might have seen me making merits in places like Cambodia. It wasn't for travel but to give back and hopefully improve our situation. Max revealed he had lost about 4 to 5 kilograms due to his illness but pushed himself to keep up with his commitments. Facing the possibility of death during my surgery made me reconsider how I want to live my life. If the tumor had been malignant, it would have posed a significant challenge. Now, I make an effort to express my love openly and visit those I care about. I want to build happy memories even if they are fleeting. All these problems led Max to pause his businesses. Actually, I'm in the process of closing my bar, Max revealed. My health issues have made it too difficult to manage. I've decided to shut it down soon. I haven't discussed this with my business partners yet, but it's a decision I've been contemplating, especially given my brother's health problems and his own life changes. Max's relationship with Mook Waranet, which started in 2020, became public in 2021 when Mook accidentally posted a photo of them at a spa. This led to confusion and distress among fans, especially since BL fans often ship on-screen couples. Max and Tull, a popular on-screen duo, had a strong fan base that was upset by the news, with some accusing Mook of being a homewrecker. Mook apologized, saying, "I'm truly sorry for any distress this has caused," but the harassment continued. A year later, Max and Tull addressed the situation in an interview on the Goinati Dream YouTube channel. Max revealed he and Mook had broken up due to unresolved issues. "We had problems that we just couldn't fix," Max explained. "We didn't know what was right or wrong anymore." He emphasized that their decision was mutual and made with respect, highlighting Mook's maturity in handling the situation. Max opened up about the difficulties of going public with his relationship, given the expectations from fans who wanted him and Tull to be a real couple. He faced significant backlash, with some fans even demanding refunds at a fan meeting, accusing him of deceiving them. They said something like, "We are fake, just a fan service to deceive their money," he recounted. Max expressed his guilt over the negative impact this had on Tull's career. When asked why he didn't keep his relationship with Mook a secret, Max explained, "It'll be the jerk thing to do, and it will just show that I didn't respect my girlfriend, which I disagree with." He stressed the importance of honesty, even if it meant facing backlash. "I won't lie to anyone that I don't have a girlfriend because I actually dated her," he stated. Despite the hurtful comments, Max stood firm, believing, "At the end of the day, people who love me will always love me. They'll love me for who I am." Even as Max is working to rebuild his career, he's facing new accusations of grooming. Recently, rumors have surfaced about his personal life. According to various comments on his Instagram, Max is allegedly dating his The Outing co-star, Prapakon Cherak, also known as Sai Rung or Rung, who is 17 years old. While this could very well be a malicious or fake story, the mere fact that some fans are discussing it could potentially jeopardize his career. Although he has had a tough couple of years, Max is still resilient. Reflecting on his struggles, Max hopes that by opening up, he can find solace and support others facing similar challenges. Despite life's hardships, he continues to seek peace and stability. Even when opportunities are scarce, Max finds joy in pursuing his passions and encouraging others, holding on to hope and cherishing the small moments of happiness. Max has definitely lived a rough life. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments.